You're going to hold for about 30 seconds. I'm not going to hold that long here on the tape. It would be too boring, but you're going to hold for 30 seconds on your own. And of course, you're going to switch sides. You're going to hold that side for 30 seconds. You're going to hold and pull. Basically just loosening up the hip and thigh area, the glutes, a little bit of the hamstrings, a little bit of the low back. And we might even do some of these between some of the exercises because you will feel the need to do that. From here, take that right leg straight up, left leg down. If you're really tight, you're going to want to keep this leg bent, but if you can, bring this down a bit, hold the stretch. A lot of stretching in the hamstring here, a little bit in the calf. If you pull down on the foot, if you're too tight, you may want to back off on that. Again, you're going to hold this for about 30 seconds. After you've held that for 30, you're going to switch sides. Same thing on the other. 30 seconds. If you can, grab the toe, get a little extra stretch on it. Okay, when you're done with that, you're going to bring both knees up, hold over the top, pull in. You should feel a lot of your low back and mid back stretching on this. Again, you're going to hold this for 30 seconds. From here, you're going to drop the knees over to the right. Arms are flat. Take that top leg, bring it all the way out. You can even use this hand for a little bit of extra leverage. Hold the stretch. Again, 30 seconds here. When you're done with that, you're going to come back to the middle. Both knees over to the left side. Top leg goes out. You can use that hand for a little bit of extra leverage. You're going to get a nice stretch in the hip and thigh area here, low back, some of the mid back. All right, if you've done all those for 30 seconds, that should be a pretty good loosening up for what exercises are about to come. All right, first exercise, you're going to take your knees up this way, top leg out front. This hand is here for support. You're going to lift to about here, back down, touching the ground. Going to go for 15 of these. We might cut it short to maybe 10 or so, but you're going to shoot for 15 on everything. And if you can't get 15, you just back down on your reps to a comfortable range. If you can only get 8 or 9 or 10, that's what you stop at. Notice I'm moving slowly. Most of these exercises, if not all of them, you want to keep the movement slow and controlled. You might see a lot of people that are working out in the health clubs moving really fast. Not good. You want to slow it down, use the muscle. My count might be off, and that's okay. I'm more worried about instructing you on how to do these properly. When you hit 15 on this, let's say it's there, go from here, straighten out both legs. You still have this hand here for support. Tilt your hips forward a little bit. You're going to lift halfway up and down. Halfway up and down. You either want to keep your toes pointed neutral or more up toward you. Either way is fine. Again, you want to shoot for 10 to 15 on these. You're going to be flexible in the rep range because in the beginning you're going to feel these pretty quickly. If you can only get 8, 9, 10, that's fine. If you can make it to 15, do it. Slow and controlled. We have clients that have been working out here for 5 years and they still need reminders to work out in a slow and controlled manner. So I might repeat it a lot in this video to keep you reminded that you want to move slowly to get the most effect out of the exercise. Okay, let's call that 15. Relax. Next one, you have your elbow sticking out here. You're going to take that top knee, bring it up to the elbow, and straight out. Bring it up to the elbow, straight out. If you're more flexible, you can slide the elbow up higher, bring the knee up higher, straight out. Again, we're shooting for the 10 to 15 rep range, slow and controlled. Okay, let's call that 10 or 15. Then relax. Now we got to get the bottom leg. We're going to take this leg up, take a grip on the ankle here. We're going to slide the bottom leg forward a little bit. We're going to lift up and down. We're working the inner thigh on the bottom leg here. Up and down. We're going to shoot for 15 here as well. I didn't record any music on this video so that you can listen to your own music while you're watching the video. And for repetitions, you can easily stop the video, do as many reps as you want, and then restart it to pick up on the next exercise. Let's call that 15. Okay, now we're going to switch to the other side. We started off with that top leg, knees in front, top leg straight, arm is here for stability, lifting about halfway up and down. Slow and controlled is the form. Alright, we're going to call that a set. We're going to straighten out the legs. We're going to tilt the hips forward here, leaning on the hand. Come up about halfway, and down. Slow and controlled, we're going to go for 10 here. And again, if it's too easy for you, just hit pause and take it to 15. Eventually, after a few weeks, maybe a month or so, you're going to take it to 20 on these. What you got with your kit is a progression sheet. And what you'll do is you'll follow that sheet to find out how many you should do, how many times, when you should up the repetitions, when you should double the sets. It'll be all mapped out for you. Okay, we're going to call that a set. Elbow is up on the next one. Knee comes up, back out. Knee up, back out. Remember, we're keeping the toe neutral or pulled up toward me slightly. And if you're new to this, you're probably going to feel the need to stretch after these exercises. But when I'm done, we'll do a few more of those stretches, take you through them again. All right, we're going to call that a set. I'm going to take this foot up here, holding the ankle. Bottom leg here, we're going to lift up. I'm going to go for 10 on this one, just so you can get the form. Moving slowly and controlled here. Again, we're working the inner thigh and the bottom leg on this one. Okay, we're going to call that a set. We're going to go through those stretches one more time. So from here, get down here again. Let's start off with this. Just pull in and hold. This will feel really good after those exercises we just did. You'll appreciate this one. Again, you want to hold this for anywhere from 20 to 30 seconds the second time around. After that, cross the ankle on the knee again. Bring it up to you and hold. You're going to feel a lot of stretching on this right side here in the glute, the hip, thigh area, a little bit of the hamstring. Holding for 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, and then we're going to switch. Left ankle on the right knee, we're going to pull up and hold. Feeling a lot of that left side stretching here. All right, from here, we're going to go into the next exercises. From here, you get on all fours. What I like people to do is actually get on their elbows and knees, but you can do this from here if you want. I prefer here. You're going to take your left leg straight back, toe on the ground. You're going to lift up from the heel, touch down with the toe. up from the heel, touch down with the toe. You're going to shoot for 15 of these, moving slowly and controlled. Really working the left glute and hamstring a lot here. Okay, from here we're going to switch sides. Take it on the right leg. Same thing, going up from the glute, down, touching, up from the glute, down, touching the ground. Slow and controlled. You want to keep those toes neutral or pointed up toward you. Giving a slight pause at the top. Okay, we're going to give that one a rest. We're going to go back to the left side, lifting the knee off the ground, extending that heel up and back, pulling it into the chest, extend up and back, bring it in. We're going to go to 15 on these. I might cut it short just to move on here. Again, you're moving in a slow and controlled manner, focusing on the muscles that you're using. Giving a slight pause at the top. Now we're going to switch sides. Going on the right, same thing. Bring it up, pull back in. Extending that heel up and back, pull it back in. Must be getting a good glare off my head on this one. Sorry about that. Ran out of powder, you know. All right, we're going to call that a set. Going to sit back on the heels for a stretch here and just hold. All right, from here we're going to turn over. We've got a few more exercises to go. First one, face up. Toes are pointing up, heels are on the mat, arms are down. We'll lift the hips up and down. Lift the hips up and down. As you're pushing up, you're contracting the glutes. Little pause at the top, touching down. Push and down. Going to go to 15 on these. Going to call that a set right there. Going to go into the next exercise. Next one's called the one-leg hip extension. I have a lot of clients that do not like this one because it hurts, but it works. One leg straight, the other leg is bent. The toes are pointing up on the leg that's bent. You're pushing your hips and the straight leg off the ground at the same time. So you're going to here and back down. Coming up and down. Going to shoot for 15 of these. Again, I might cut it short to move on. Or I might even be getting tired. These are starting to hurt already. What you don't want to do is kick that leg up and come up here. You want to keep it controlled. Legs stay straight, moves with the hips. Okay, we're going to call that a set. We're going to go to the other side. This leg bent, toes are up. Other leg is straight. Arms are down here for stabilization. You come up and down. You want to touch the mat. Back up and down. Slow and controlled. You're shooting for 10 to 15 on these. If you're just starting out, if this is your first workout or two, you might feel that by this time you can only get 5 or 6 of these, and that's okay. Just call it quits, take a little stretch, and we're going to move on. All right, that's it for these. Going to take a little break. When we come back, we're going to do a standing exercise series. It's going to top this all off. All right, I've had my water break. Hopefully you're feeling like you're doing some work by now. Now we've got the other half of the routine to go, which is done on our feet, or mostly on our feet. And the first exercise we're going to start with is the touchdown. Basically what you're going to do is stand on one foot, this leg is up, you're going to touch down with the opposite hand, like that. Come back up to here, and back down. We're going to shoot for 10 on these. And I'm going to do all 10 so you can get a good idea of the form. Then we're going to switch sides. Okay, you want to make sure that this leg goes back for balance. This arm is out here for balance. This right leg is working really hard. Okay? If you can only get 5 or 6 to start, that's okay. Over time, you're going to be able to build up the number of repetitions and eventually the number of sets. I want to move slowly and controlled. Going to get one more, we'll call that 10. That's 10. Now we're going to stay in the same position. I'm going to use the other leg so you get an idea of what it looks like from that side. Touching with the opposite hand, coming down, back up. If you lose balance, just like I did, touch with the toe, catch yourself, go again. Okay, you want to bring that up and down. This left leg now is working really hard. Mine's starting to burn already. You want to let this knee bend. The better you get, the more you can let it bend, make it a little more challenging. One more, we're going to call 10. Okay, that's 10. Next one are called catcher squats. Okay, no weight needed. That's one of the main ideas about this video. So you're not going to need any equipment except for maybe a step. Catcher squats I'm going to show you from the side first, then from straight on. From here, you're going to get the arms up in front, feet shoulder width apart. You're going to squat down as low as you can go. You're almost relaxing at the bottom, so your hamstrings can touch the calves. Okay, from here you're going to come up about 3/4 of the way, knees slightly bent, back down. I'm going to do 5 this way and then 5 facing you straight on so you get the idea of what the form looks like. Alright, that should be it. I'm going to turn and face you. Again, shoulder width apart with feet, arms out front. Squatting way down low, you're almost relaxing at the bottom, and up. Now I'm going to keep going here as I talk to you. If you try these in the gym or the health club, I guarantee you're going to get trainers coming up to you telling you, whoa, that's dangerous, whoa, don't do that. Well, we do these every day here. And for most of our clients, they're not a problem. They're a very effective way to work the legs without having to use any extra weight. If you do have knee problems, you're going to want to check with your doctor before you do any of these exercises. If you want to let him or her watch it, that's okay. But the key here is our bodies do bend this way. There's no reason why we can't exercise this way. Okay, those are the catcher squats. Legs are starting to burn. I'm actually starting to break a sweat. It's pretty good. All right, next exercise is called the step up, because that's what we're going to be doing, stepping up. Most people can find a step about 12 inches high anywhere in the garage, the pantry, the laundry room. If you don't have one, you can pick up a Rubbermaid step or something like that at the hardware store. Again, start low, and if you don't have a step and you still want to do it because you haven't had a chance to get out and get one, you can, if you have a stairway in the house, you can usually use the first step, maybe even the first 2 steps. But what you're going to do on the step is come up with both feet. You're going to come down, foot goes flat on the ground, back up. Flat on the ground, slowly, back up. The leg that's on the step is doing just about all the work here. So you don't want to try pushing off with this foot. It's only there for guidance and balance. Right leg's doing just about 90% of the work. Keeping good posture. You can have your arms out here for balance. You can have them out in front or on the waist. Okay, I'm going to do the other side, but I'm going to do it facing you. From here, come up, touch lightly, down to the ground, back up, touch lightly. Leg that's on the step is doing most of the work. Might feel easy in the beginning. By the end of the set, you'll be feeling these. Okay, we're going to call that a set. Going to take the step out of here. Next exercise is the lunge with a touchdown. Okay, from here, again, I'm going to do these on an angle so you can see a good view of this, and I'll do both sides from the same angle. You're going to take a step out, you're going to lunge down, you're going to touch, come back up, step back to the start. We're going to do that same leg 10 times. Step, lunge down, touch, back, and up. Step out, touch down, upper body comes up, step back, lunge, touch down, come on back. This hand you can keep on the waist. You can keep it out here if you need for balance. But again, we're doing the same side. After we finish that side, we switch sides. So we go with the right leg now, lunge, touch down, back up and step back. Lunge, touch down, step back. Touch, and back. On the way back up, come back with your upper body first, then follow through with the leg. Touch, upper body, leg. Okay, that's it for those. We're going to bring our step back out again. I'm going to show you from straight on what this looks like. It's basically a variation of the one we did previously on here. You're going to start with both feet up top. You're stepping out to the side, flat foot, back up, touch lightly. Down, touch lightly. We'll go for 10 here, and then we'll switch. Want to move as slowly as you can. Control the movement. When you do that, I promise you, you will not need extra weight on these. Here, touch lightly. Out slowly, touch lightly. When you're starting out, you can only get 5 or 6 of these. There's nothing wrong with that. You got to start somewhere. As the days and the weeks go by, you'll be able to add repetitions to these and build yourself up as you're toning up. Okay, we're going to call that a set. We're going to take our step out of here. Next exercise is the step back lunge. We're going to add a leg lift to it. Okay? I'm going to show you from the side, and then I'll show you from straight on. From here, you step back, come down slowly, don't let that knee touch, come up, lift the leg. Back, touch down, bring it up. Back, I don't mean touch down, I mean almost like you're going to touch down, but keep that knee just off the ground. Lift up. Slow and controlled. Balance might be a challenge for some of you. That's okay, that's part of the work. The more you do these, the better you'll get. Keep good posture, upper body stays up. You can keep the hands here. I'm going to show you what that looks like now from straight on the other side. Or keep your hands here. Come back, up, lifting the leg. Down, up, lifting that leg. Back and down, lift that leg. One more time, and we're going to call this a set. Okay. Legs are starting to feel it now, so should yours. So we're going to go to the next exercise. This one we call the side step squat. You start with your feet together, you step out, squat down to that side, come back to start. We're going to do 10 going this way, 10 going the other. When we do the other side, I'm going to show you what it looks like from the side. You want to come slowly on the way out, back slowly on the way in. You want to control the movement. Come out slowly, back in and touch lightly. Out slowly, in and touch lightly. You can keep the hands here. You can keep them out here. You can keep them in front of you if you want. Wherever you need the balance most, use those hands. All right, I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to show you what the view is from the side. From here, we step out, squat, back up. Squat, back up. Keep that good posture. Step out, back up. Okay, one more thing I want to show you from straight on is on this exercise, a lot of clients will ask the question, where should my foot go? You can either keep it there if you're flexible enough, or you can let it roll up, let the toe point up, or you can let it roll in like that. So you got three variations. Keep it there, toe point up, or let it roll in. All of those are fine. Okay. Legs are feeling good now. I'm breaking a pretty good sweat here, so should you. Last one is the regular lunge. I'm going to show you from an angle. You'll see both sides on here. You're going to put one leg out front, one leg back. Keep good posture. You're going to come down slowly. Don't let that knee touch. Back up. Slowly coming down. Back up. You want to see the back heel that's in the air, stay there. Whether I'm at the bottom or at the top, that heel is in the same place. Okay, we're going to call that a set. I'm going to switch it over. I'm going to keep the same angle here so you see both sides. Back heel is up in the air, posture's up, down slowly, and up slowly. That's it for those. My legs are burning, and yours should be really burning. That's pretty much it for that routine. First exercise, I'm going to show you from this angle so you catch both sides. Right now, left later, okay? Starting with the right, you're going to take a step forward, lunge down, come up all the way back through, lunge down. Again, on here you're going to be challenged by having to keep your balance. Your count is by how many times you touch back. That should be about 4. You want to shoot to touch back about 8 times on your first set. You want to keep good posture. Some people like to keep their arms out wide for balance. Some people like it better in close. Whatever works for you is okay. Just keep good posture. Move slowly. We're going to call that a set. We're going to switch sides. You're going to step forward, down slowly. Don't let that knee touch. Back and down. Don't let that knee touch. Forward and down. Again, there's no music on this video so that you can listen to your own. You can pause this when you need to. Restart it when you're ready to pick back up again. So we're going to call that a set. We're going to go to the next exercise. This next one is a variation of one we had in the previous video. It's one that if you're doing it in a health club, you're probably going to get a trainer or two coming in and saying, hey, you might not want to do that, that's dangerous. Just tell them you know what you're doing, and that's all they need to hear from you. If you wanted their advice, you'll hire them. This one's called the toe squat. It's a variation of the catcher squat that we did. I'm going to show you from side, then I'm going to show you from the front. From the side, you're going to squat down, your heels come off the ground, toes stay down, hence the name toe squats. You're going to come back up, heels touch the ground. Squat down, heels come up, stand up, heels come down. Keep good posture here. When you come down, you almost want to relax a little bit so that your hamstrings touch the calves. Then back up. When you first start these, they're probably going to feel really easy. The further you get into the set, your legs are going to start to get tired. So it's heels up, coming down, heels down, coming up. Keep a good posture. Focus on your form. Moving slowly and controlled. All right, we're going to call that a set. Legs are starting to burn there. This next one is also a variation of one we did on the first video. From here, you're going to step out to the side. You're going to touch down with the opposite hand, and you're going to come back. You're going to step out to the side, touch down, and back. We're going to do this for 10. Then we're going to switch. Your other hand can be on the hip, can be out here for balance. Wherever you're more comfortable is where you want to keep that hand. One more, we're going to call that a set. Okay, now we're going to the other side. Stepping out to the left, touching down with the right, and back. Step, lunge, and touch. Out to the side, lunge, touch. That leg that stays behind, you can lift up that heel, roll onto your toe, or you can just roll the foot inward. Either way is fine. Okay, we're going to call that a set. This next one is also a variation of an exercise we did in the first video. I'm going to show you this one from an angle, and then I'll show you from straight on. From here, you're going to step out. You're going to touch down with both hands now. You're going to come up, then you're going to step with the other leg. Touch down with both hands, and then up. So, unlike the first one, on these, you're alternating which leg you're stepping with, and instead of touching with one hand, you're touching with both. On your way back up, lift your head and your shoulders, stand up straight with the back, and then follow through with the legs. So it's up with the upper body, push with the legs. If you're doing this one in the health club, I'm going to show you from straight on now. You may also be approached by the fitness professionals or trainers in that facility telling you that that's a forbidden exercise for whatever reason. As long as you are okay with it, just tell them you're not interested in their advice. If you wanted it, you'd pay for it. These exercises are all good. We do them every day here at the training center with the clients that can handle them. Some people have certain knee conditions, and of course we don't do certain exercises. Well, you'll want to check with your physician before you do any of these exercises to let them know what you're going to be doing. So from straight on, here's what it looks like. You come out, touch down with both hands, come up and back. Other leg, touch, back up, alternate again, touch both hands, and up. Touch, back up, lunge down, touch, back up. Down, back up. Okay, so now you know what that one looks like from both angles. From here, I'm going to go to another one. It's called the side jump. And it's not a big move, but it's pretty high intensity. So I'm starting off to the side here. You can have your hands on your waist, you can have your hands out here. What you're going to do is you're going to take a jump over to the opposite side, and your leg stays in the air. And you come back, jump into the other side. The leg you land on, that knee stays bent. The other leg crosses back for balance. You can touch down if you need to. Come back up, over, touch if you need to. If you can, keep that leg in the air for balance. You can't have the hands on the hips here, that's okay. For these, you want to shoot for about 20. That would be 10 jumps each side. The better you get at these, the farther you'll be able to jump. The faster you can go on these. Most of these exercises you should be doing slow and controlled. This one, as you progress, you can move faster, that's okay. You can jump farther out, and you can go higher repetitions. All right, my legs are really starting to feel that. Next exercise, we're going to go to a series of walking lunges, but I'm going to take a 5-minute water break and then come back, show you those exercises. All right, I'm Joey Atlas, and I'm back here to show you the next few exercises that are going to top off the standing series of exercises before we go back down to the mat. From here, we're going to do the walking lunge. You're going to step out, down, don't let that knee touch, up, all the way through, down, up, all the way through, all the way through, all the way through. And then from here, you're going to go backward, come in with the opposite leg that you finished with, down, up, all the way through, down, up, all the way through, down, up, all the way through, down, up, all the way through. Now on this exercise, you're going to be limited by the distance that you can do your walking lunges. Some people are going to have the space to take 30 steps, and that's okay. Do your 30 and come back. Some people are only going to have space to take 5 steps, and that's okay. Just keep going back and forth until you're working. Next exercise, we're going to start right here. This is a 3-way lunge. From here, You're going to step forward, down, back to the middle, out to the side, back to the middle, and back, and down. All the way to the front, down, back to the middle. If you don't have to touch, don't touch. Early on in the series, you're probably going to need to. And you're going to step out, down, back to the middle, and back. All the way out front, down, to the middle, out, down, back to the middle, back. You're probably not going to need to touch after a few weeks of doing this, but in the beginning, if you need to, when you come to the middle, you can touch, then go back to the next part of that exercise. Okay, now I'm going to show you from the other side. Step out front, down, out to the side, down, back to the middle, and back. All the way out front, down, into the middle, out to the side, down, back, and down. Again, if you don't need to touch down, then don't. Early on, you're probably going to have to. And that's okay. The better you get, the better balance you'll have, the less you have to touch down. But you always want to come back to the middle, except for when you're going from back here all the way to the front. Down, back to the middle, out to the side, back to the middle, all the way back. All the way up front, middle, back, all the way through. And that's it for the standing exercises. I'm going to take a short break again. We're going to get the mat set up. We're going to go through the new floor routine for the butt, hip, and thigh makeover. See you in a little bit. Hello, I'm Joey Atlas, and I'm back here to show you part 2 of the second butt, hip, and thigh makeover DVD. We've taken things to the ground now, and what we're going to introduce into the mix is what's known as a Swiss ball or exercise ball. They come in different sizes. There's no one size for everybody, but generally speaking, the smaller the person, the smaller the ball. But some people like more challenges. You can go with a bigger ball for a tougher challenge. So what we're going to do here, we're going to get right into it. We're going to lay back. We're going to get our heels on top of the ball, a little bit of the calves touching, head down, arms at your side. We're going to start by bringing the hips up. From here, we're going to curl in. Hips go high. Bottom of the feet are on the ball. Come back down. Keep the hips in the air. I'm going to curl it back in and down. Keeping those hips up. Curl high. Back out. On here, we're going to shoot for 10 on this first set. All right, after that, what we're going to do is take the disc. Now, this disc is basically just a piece of rubber inflated. If you don't have one of these, you can use a towel or you can use a pillow. You can fold the pillow if you need to. What we're going to do here is put our feet on the bottom, just like that. Knees are bent. We're going to put that disc between the knees. We're going to put a good squeeze on it because we want to get these inner thighs working. From here, you're going to push your feet down into the ball. Hips go high, and you touch back down, keeping that squeeze on the disc or your towel or a pillow if that's what you're using. Touch down. Going to shoot for 10 here. As you can see, my legs are shaking a little bit. I've already done a lot of these exercises for the butt, hip, and thigh area today. Keep in mind, we shot that first DVD before this one. My legs and glutes are a little tired. Hips and thighs, they are burning. Next one, we're going to call number 10. And we're going to give it a rest. All right, from here, we're going to keep the bottom of one foot on that ball. This one we're going to keep in the air. Hands are down. I'm going to get myself centered here. From here, you're slowly going to push the bottom of this foot into that ball. Hips come up, back down and touch. Hips come up, touch. I'm going to go to 5 here because these are killing me. That's 3, 4, one more time. There's 5. And we're going to do the other side to show you the form. When you're doing these, you're going to realize why they weren't in the first DVD. These are brutal. From here, leg up, push down into that ball, touch all the way down. All the way up, touch down. Up, touch down. 2 more. 1 more. Okay, we did 5 here. As you get in better shape, more toned and stronger down here, you're going to be able to add to that. All right, from here we're going to get rid of this ball. We're going to go through some familiar exercises that you saw back on DVD number 1. In that DVD, remember, we started on the floor. And even though you were just starting out, those exercises were kind of challenging. But now that we're throwing them in after all the standing exercises, it's going to be a different kind of challenge. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start on our side. We're going to bring the knees up front. We're going to get the top leg out front. We're going to go to 10 reps on these. And again, there's no music on here. I want you to be able to listen to the music that you want to. I want you to be able to stop this DVD during your routine. If you're going to add more repetitions than I'm doing, that's great. And then you just turn it back on when you're ready to move on. Again, on these, you still want to try and move slowly in a controlled manner. We're going to call that 10. We're going to straighten out both legs. Hands here for support. We're going to tilt the hips forward. We're going to lift up halfway and down. Halfway and down. Remember, you're keeping the toes neutral or pulled up toward you slightly. Moving from the glutes. All right, we're going to call that 10. We're going to go to the next one. Elbow is up. Going to take that top knee up to the elbow. Straight out, back up. We're going to 10 here. And again, if you look at your progression sheets, you may be well beyond 10 at a given point. And all you need to do is stop the video, do your reps, and pick up when you're ready to go to the next exercise. All right, we're going to call that 10. That's hurting, feeling that big time. We're going to take this leg up here, slide the bottom leg forward. We're going to lift it up and down. Lift it up and down. Again, working the inner thigh on this bottom leg. Probably be able to get a few more reps on this one as opposed to the top leg. This bottom one's been rested. You want to give a little pause at the top. We're going to call that number 10. Going to switch to the other side. From here, knees up front, top leg out front. Going for 10 here. Keeping the toes neutral or pulled up toward you slightly. By now, your legs should be pretty tired. I'd be surprised if they're not. But if you're looking for the butt, hip, and thigh makeover, it's going to take a little bit of work. If you keep with it, it's going to pay off. All right, we're going to call that 10. Going to straighten out both legs. We're going to tilt the hips forward. Going to lift halfway up and down. Again, we're keeping the toes neutral pulled up toward you if you like. Nothing wrong with that. Lifting halfway up slowly and down. All right, we're going to call that number 10. Next one, we're going to take the knee up to the elbow. Straight out. Knee to the elbow. Straight out. Again, moving slowly. Keeping those toes neutral or pulled up toward you. Straighten the leg. Bring it up. All right, we're going to call that number 10. We're going to take the top leg here. Slide the bottom leg forward. Going to lift up and down. Lift slowly with a slight pause at the top and down. Focus on that inner thigh on the bottom leg. All right, we're going to call that a set. I'm going to shift over here. We're going to go to the next two exercises on the elbows and knees. You probably remember this one from the first DVD. Take the leg straight back, toe on the ground. You're going to lift up to the ceiling and down. Touch lightly. Lift up and down. Lifting from the glute and down. Slight pause at the top and down. Okay, we're going to call that a set. We're going to go to the other side. Lifting from the glute, heel goes up and down. Touch lightly, back up and down. All right, we're going to call that a set. Going to go back to the left side. Going to lift the knee off the mat. Going to extend it up and back. Pulling it back in slowly. Extending that heel up and back. Bring it in. Extend up and back. Little pause at the top. We're going to call that a set. We're going to go to the other side. Extend up and back. Little pause. Back in. Again, sorry about that glare with the head here. I didn't get a chance to powder it again. All right, we're going to call that a set. Going to sit back on the heels for a stretch. Just going to hold the stretch and relax with it. We're going to turn over now. We're going to go through a few more stretches to loosen up. And that's going to be it. From here, cross your right ankle on your left knee, bring it up and hold. And after all these exercises, these stretches are going to feel awesome for you. Going to help you loosen up a little bit. Okay, again, you want to hold these stretches also for about 20 to 30 seconds. You're going to switch, left ankle on the right knee, bring it up and hold. And just breathe gently as you're relaxing with these stretches. Okay, then you're going to take both knees into the chest, arms over the top, lock the wrists, and hold. If you're not flexible enough yet to get here, grab in behind the knees, pull and hold. When you get more flexible, take them over the top, pull them way in and hold. From here, we're going to drop the knees over to the left side, arms out wide, top leg goes out there. With that hand, you can get a little leverage on that leg and get an extra stretch, and you're going to hold. Again, 20 to 30 seconds on these as well. Okay, you're going to come back up, drop them over to the right, extend the leg out, hold the stretch. Okay, back to the middle when you're done. Up to a seated position. And that's going to be it for the butt, hip, and thigh makeover part 2. You do these exercises long enough, consistently enough, and build up your sets and reps over time as you get stronger and better, you're going to get the results that you're looking for.